What's going on, guys? Okay, we are live. I notified my Instagram followers that I was going uh, live at noon. So I don't know who's going to show up. We'll see who got the memo. Reschke's here, of course. My certified T3 bot. They got to be here. Let's see. DJ Jones is here. Dean Spearbreacher. Or Spearbreaker. I'm so sorry if I botched your name. You are an avid follower, and I apologize. DJ Jones says we must be on time teller time. Well, here's the thing, guys. YouTube takes a little while to like render things and make things happen. So even if I schedule something right at noon, depending on how their website and servers are doing, I mean, we're dependent on other forms of technology, guys. So it's not me being late, I promise. The time teller is always on time. And with that being said, it is 12:05 p.m. Let's get down to business. So guys, first, this is going to be a little bit different from like my Saturday Q&A. On Thursdays, I actually have kind of topics, specified topics that I want to talk to you guys about. Evan Levy here, Jacori, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Where are you guys from? Let's see. We got Glasgow here. What's going on, Robert? We got Ekram from Turkey. Let's see. Theo's here. We got people from Toronto, Sweden, Norway, Serbia. What's going on? Patrick Starkley, T3 bot with the first like. Heck yeah. Ryan Michael, what's going on, dude? You are on time. Dang, Reschke, he had a late night run and decided to stay up. It's 4 a.m. You're right, robots don't need any sleep, dude. Got some people from Serbia. What's up, Peter? Spencer L. Hey, man. Australia, England, Italy, Fort Worth. What's going on, Texas? Orlando, it's on True Liberty. So Patrick Starkley says, by the way, he is a certified T3 bot. He's saying, enjoying one of my last live streams from Germany. Heck yeah, man. Well, hope you enjoyed Germany. Nova Scotia, Canada, NorCal, represent. Okay, guys. So Cleveland in the building. What's going on, everybody? We're going to do a wristwatch check. I see some people are already telling me what they're wearing. So I am wearing my Rolex Date 1500. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see what I was wearing because I took a picture of this to notify my subscribers that I was going live at noon. Marissa from Glendale. Okay, so we are going to be talking about a very specific topic today. Again, we can do a little Q&A at the end. I typically like doing the Q&As on Saturday. We can do a little Q&A at the end. But today, I wanted to bring up, this is going to be kind of a part 2 on the last video that I uploaded. Okay, so for those of you who, and guys, a lot of people have been writing to me. People have been telling me that they're part of the notification squad and they're getting notified like days later. And I have nothing to do with that, okay? YouTube changes their algorithms. Different channels are favorable, and then they leave the favorable rotation, and it seems to be all kind of arbitrary. So I apologize. I have nothing to do with that. I wish all you guys got notified immediately. We got a super chat. Guys, again, I appreciate the super chats. They're not, I don't request them, or I don't expect them, but they're always appreciated. Every cent I get from any super chats go directly to the channel. I use them for the channel. So thank you so much. Sarush says, hey, Jory, love your channel and so happy to see you growing. Nothing but respect from Iran. P.S. Love the Seiko Presage you suggested. Dude, Seiko Presage. I love my Sari 082. I love it. I hope you're enjoying your Presage, whichever one you got. Let me know. Great dress watch there, and really fun to wear every day. Okay, by the way, speaking of channel growth, the title of this live stream is we broke past 57,000 subscribers, guys. That is crazy. I think we're like 15 months on YouTube. So that's, dude, that's, for me, that's really fast. I know there's a lot of channels that just explode, but I could not have anticipated this. So thank you guys, seriously. But okay, so if you guys recall, the last episode that I uploaded was about the Seiko Alpinist and the Rolex Submariner Hulk. Okay, and we're talking about green watches. Okay, and a lot of people, whenever I make a video about the Starbo 17 Alpinist, people complain and they say, you know, oh, green isn't a very versatile color. You can't wear it with a multitude of different, you know, outfits or color schemes. And guys, of course, look at me. I'm not the most fashionable dude. I'm by no means a fashion YouTuber. But I also don't find it to be a hindrance. I feel like it's a lot more versatile than you'd think. And also, a watch isn't like the main thing in your style, or like as lame as it sounds, a watch still is kind of like an accessory, right? So I feel like no one's gonna hone in on that green dial and be like, oh my god, he's wearing green. I don't know. I think it's I think for some reason on paper people are intimidated by the green when really it's I don't think it's that big of a deal. So we're going to talk about why the Alpinist is so polarizing. And if you recall in that video, I brought up how the Rolex Hulk, which is a Submariner with the green bezel and the green dial, and it's not the 50th anniversary. It's not the Kermit Submariner. It's not the Submariner with the different green bezel and black dial. This is that the Hulk is that money green dial and money green bezel. And so for some reason that watch is kind of lauded as being much more versatile, and you can wear it with a suit. You can wear it in dress occasions. You can wear it obviously as a sports watch. So we're going to talk about why one is acceptable and why one isn't. But then there's also kind of a whole other topic that people in the comment section were bringing up, and I almost don't want to believe it. Okay, but a lot of people I think are right, and I want to get your take on it. So what people in the comment section were bringing up is perhaps it's a brand thing, right? Perhaps people are just, they're much more willing to give Rolex a pass on whatever they do, and they're much more harsh on a brand like Seiko. I don't want to believe it because I think if you like watches, like you shouldn't really care. But I mean, people have different. I mean, at the same time, people have preferences. Like I give Invicta a much harder time than I would with Seiko or Rolex. So it is what it is. Like yeah. So I want your take, because personally, I love the Submariner. I have a Submariner. You guys know that. It's not the Hulk, but for some reason, between the Hulk and the Alpinist, I feel like the Alpinist is a much more elegant watch. So I don't know, but I'd love to hear your guys' take. And so after I uploaded that video, and there were some really good comments in the comment section, I was like, you know what? I'd love to do a part 2 in the live stream. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. So what do you think? Is it a brand thing, or is it a brand thing? People will give Rolex a pass on anything, and they're more stern, and they're much more critical of Seiko. Or is it actually a design thing? Is the Rolex more versatile than the Alpinist? I'd love to hear from you guys. So let me know in the comment section. And while you guys are typing away, I'm going to read some of your comments. Let's see. Spencer L is wearing a SKX 009 Pepsi bezel. Mook Rage is here. He says, booyah. Valen is here. Montreal, Canada is in the building. Spencer says YouTube's algorithms are trash. All I watch is watches, and my feed is all sports. Yeah, hit or miss. And YouTube's, I mean, all social media companies are constantly changing and adapting their algorithms. So there's always times when things are really down, and there's times when things are really good, and blah 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 blah. Let's see, Manchester, UK in the building. What's going on, guys? Alex Murray says, "Hey Jory, loving the channel here in the UK." See, this is exactly why I have my GMT hand on my Rolex Explorer 2 set at UK time, like right at London time, because like I have a ton of followers from the UK. I love you guys. I love all my subscribers and all my followers, but for some reason, I feel like I have a ton of you guys from the UK. So it's fun to keep track of you with my GMT hand. This is obviously not that Rolex, but you know what I mean. Eduardo says, "Hola from Mexico." Hola, bro. Stephen Doe says, Green is super overrated. Let's see. Just reading. DJ Jones is wearing an Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. Heck yeah. Ray, Certified T3 bot, says, "It ain't easy being green." Kermit the Frog. Andrew Pereira, what up, doll? Let's see. Claude says 57,000. Congrats. Thanks, bro. Gunther, hello from Germany. What's going on, man? Okay, let's see. Texas in the house from Miro Puente Jr. Okay, so Dean is pretty much echoing kind of that sentiment that was said in the comment section. He says, yes, Rolex is such a venerable brand. Most anything they do is considered cool. And I understand what, and I definitely understand. I don't want to believe it because I hope people would have, like, in the comment section right now, I've done this in multiple live streams. In the comment section, first person that gets it right, what are my two favorite watch manufacturers? Who are they? I have two all-time favorite watch manufacturers. These are companies that I own multiple of each watch. I own multiple watches from each of those companies. Okay, Matthias just got it. Valen just got it. David just got it. Justin just got it. James! James says movement. Okay, James, you have been blocked. Patrick Starkley at T3 bot just said Movado and Invicta. Come on, guys. Movado and Daniel Wellington, you guys are killing me, man. Tudor and Invicta. Shinola, Tag Heuer, and Movement. Okay, all you, Mr. Mac, Gunther, Mark Bronson, Sean, all you guys, Pete Manzo, Steve Perez, Ramiro. Oh, Ramiro was close, but he was actually wrong. It's not Omega. I do love Omega. Taekwondo Chad in the building. Easy E, BT, Kearney, Supreme Overlord, Diamante, the Great. That's quite the username. Justin Hill, David Arce. You guys all got it right. It's Seiko and Rolex. Okay, these are companies. I own multiple watches from a multitude of companies, but for some reason, Rolex and Seiko, when I look at my collection, I have more watches from those two companies than like other companies, right? Like for some reason, I keep finding myself gravitating towards those companies, and that's why I have multiple watches from those companies. Now, does that mean I give them a free pass on stuff? I might be biased and so, like I might have certain preferences that I like, but I'm still critical, right? Like I'm the first one to speak against Seiko, and they keep doing all these limited, these stupid limited editions. Everything is limited. Like for instance, I apologize. I'm on my phone. I'm gonna pull something up for you guys. There's a really cool watch, the 385, the SSA 385J1. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Really annoying. It's a Presage that they've either already come out with or they're coming out with, or regionally it may have already dropped somewhere. and it's this one. Oh my God, you're not going to be able to tell, obviously. Yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to tell. But it's a Presage with the power reserve and the date wheel. But it has blue hands and it has a snowflake dial, a textured dial. And it was designed because of this famous Japanese wintry tundra landscape. Beautiful watch, okay? Another limited edition. So anything that you would want to get your hands on from Seiko currently is limited, and then the release dates are kind of ambiguous. And then which resellers have them is always up in the air, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm trying to get at is I'm still very critical about the companies I love. Rolex, the Yachtmaster, when they released the Yachtmaster and I was learning about watches, I didn't understand why that was special. I was like, cool, another dive watch in some precious metals. It has a platinum bezel. Wow, cool. Then they made the Yachtmaster 2, and I was like, wow, you've definitely overcorrected by making it super, super different. Now it's kind of growing on me, but it's still a little bit too like Guy Fieri for my liking. But I'm still very critical about these companies. So I don't understand why people that like Rolex can't also have some discretion. I don't know. I don't know. But that was a little mini rant. Let's see. Reschke says, the issue I have with the Alpinist is the crown. He's talking about the secondary crown. The crown that controls the compass can turn unintentionally. It would be nice if it could be a screw down. I also do like the compass, and I think it adds character. Okay, I've heard that complaint before. What I've heard as I don't want to say like an excuse, but an explanation for that from people that actually use those watches is that function, that secondary crown, is actually used to chart your direction. You're not supposed to be using it to constantly gauge. You're supposed to have a map, use that to chart your location. And then if you need another reference, you can recalculate and like line it up again. So that's the explanation I've heard. Again, I've never had to actually rely on it, although I have made an episode explaining how to use your watch's compass with the sun. So if you haven't seen that, check it out on my channel. Another super chat in the building, Matthew Hanren says, wearing my new Certina DSPH 200M from this year's Baselworld. Love it. What do you think about Certina? Dude, you got to watch more of my videos. I mention more about Certina being an underrated company than any other company in existence. I have a Certina DS2 Chronolympic, the watch that climbed Mount Everest. Very, very, very special watch to me. I love Certina. I think it's an incredibly underrated brand. I think Swatch is doing a disservice by not really giving them the attention they deserve. But, you know, Swatch gives preferential treatment to whoever they want. And I think the DSPH 200 is definitely a watch on my radar. I think that's really cool. I love the red hand. I love how it has a Hesalite crystal. I think it's kind of old school. And yeah, I mean, the whole vintage aesthetic, no crown guards. Really, really, really cool watch. So yeah, man, of course I love that. But really super duper cool watch for sure. Reading some more of your comments, guys. Simon Rodding, certified T3 bot spotted. Beep, boop. Trying to find more comments about what we were initially talking about, guys, before we do the like Q&A. Patrick Starkley, the Yachtmaster 2 is the mayor of Flavortown. Reschke, the flavor master. TOPF. Oh man. Movement is better than Rolex. Aaron told us what you don't dare. Oh my god, people are talking about this now. Blue Moons, I instantly unsubscribed from Alpha M when I saw the title of his latest vid. Yeah, I don't know the guy. The only reason I made a comment about that YouTube video was because it was about watches. He has over 4 million subscribers, so he's clearly making content that people like. I think this is a big test about ethics and honesty when it comes to creating content. I don't want to speculate, but it's pretty clear that he has been paid from Movement to make that video. And I understand being a content creator. I understand if you have the ability to make money from YouTube, and if you have 4 million subscribers and that is most likely your main source of income, you're going to want to try to scale the business up. The thing is, I would like to think if you get to that point, you'd have some discretion and you'd still have a good moral compass and you'd be able to be honest with your viewer base. And so I'm making it sound way too deep than it is. I'm not trying to say this dude is a bad person. Again, I don't know him, but and I also understand the need to make compelling titles and somewhat controversial comparisons because you got to keep people interested. You got to get them to tune into your content and see what you're going to say. But I think that may have been a bridge too far to make an episode dedicated about Movement being better than Rolex. I think that was kind of a losing battle there. I don't know how you can because even if Movement paid him to make a video about Movement, he could have just reviewed the watch and been like, hey, I don't know much about watches, but I like different kinds of watches, and I'm really satisfied with this one. He didn't have to be like, this is better than Rolex, but there's 5 reasons why. I don't know. It was just a bit much for me. But yeah, so that's it. And by the way, guys, everybody on my Instagram wrote to me and linked me to that video. I did watch it. And yeah, again, I don't subscribe to him. I don't know him. He's probably a good dude. Clearly does good stuff here on YouTube, having over 4 million subscribers. So, yeah, but I will be making, you heard it here first, I will be making a response video to that. Again, not to stick it to Alpha M, but it's more so to stick it to Movement. Yeah. Again, why couldn't you have just made a video talking about the watch? Like, why did you have to take it to unbelievable levels and compare it to Rolex? I don't know. But whatever. I didn't know who this person was until people started linking me to his content because of that one video. So yeah. And it's not because I'm ignorant or he's not on my radar because blah blah. It's just that's not the type of content I watch. He's like a men's lifestyle fashion dude, and that's awesome. I don't typically watch that kind of content on YouTube, so I didn't know. But in his space, he's clearly a powerhouse. Again, that one video, not that I've seen any of his other ones, but I feel like it's not resonating well. It has over 2,000 more dislikes than likes, and he's getting chewed up from his own fan base in the comment section for that one. So yeah, he could have been a little bit more honest about it. But such is life. I'll be making a response video about how there's no way Movement is better than Rolex. But Again, also kind of a subjective statement, better, but thankfully he has 5 points as to why, so maybe I can take those down. Who knows? We'll see, guys, but stay tuned for that video. David R. Super Chat says, looking to buy a birth year watch, 1979. What do you suggest and where should I look for it? 1979. Birth year watches are very interesting. I have yet to own a birth year watch, unfortunately. My Rolex Explorer 2 16570, they did make it in 1989. Finding one was near impossible. And so I had to settle for one about 10 years later, 1998. But I would have liked to get one of the really early ones, birth year, but it wasn't happening. But in the comment section, you guys sound off as well. What could he choose from 1979? I have an idea, but I'm going to bite my tongue real quick until I get some more information, because this might be kind of difficult for you to find. I'm going to give me one moment to check something out, and I might have the answer for you. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I think there's one from this year. I could be wrong. Let me see. Guys, what were the... I'm asking you because I'm not sure. I think you should get a vintage Seiko chronograph, honestly. I think they have... people are saying Submariners. BT saying a 1979 sub. Easy E says, "LOL, you got one from 1998 when I was born." Man, you're making me feel old. I was born in 1989. Yeah, see, I was gonna say Patrick Starkley is totally feeling my vibe. I'm gonna say if you could find a bullhead, like a Seiko bullhead chronograph from 79, that would be wild. That would be wild, 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 wild west. I don't know. It's going to be pricey, dude. It's going to be pricey, and you got to be careful, because if you saw my video about the Seiko 6139, there's a lot of people selling kind of Frankenstein pieces. And yeah, Kick Talk we follow each other on Instagram. He was selling one. I don't think it was from 1979, though. We're talking about specifically that year, like serial numbered from 1979. I'd say try to find a serialized bullhead chronograph from Seiko from 1979. Boy, maybe find Spencer Klein on Instagram. Tell him I sent you. He commented on one of my pictures, being like, "Oh, something about," he was like, "I think that's one of mine," because I bought my my 6139 from a viewer. He got it from someone that may have been one of Spencer Klein. Spencer Klein is like a guru when it comes to vintage Seikos. But he commented on a picture of one, and then I wrote to him and I was like, "Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I learned a lot from you." And then he never responded. So I don't know. I think he knows who I am. We're not like buddies or anything, but I would find Spencer Klein. He knows his stuff when it comes to vintage Seikos. It was specifically like the chronographs, the 6139s and such. So I would try to find one of those, dude. That'd be really cool. Cowboy Swami says, YouTuber said any automatic under 1,000 is a bad watch. I'm not gonna. I try not to say bad words here, Cowboy. You know that. Any automatic under 1,000 is bad. No, that's. I know you're not stupid, Cowboy, because Cowboy Swami, we talk. But that statement is dumb. Come on. I make the majority of my videos are probably under the $1,000 mark, so obviously I don't agree with that whatsoever. Ramiro Puente Jr. says, Time Teller, what's up with that black beard, white beard T merch? I am coming out with T3 merchandise for the new year, guys. So stay tuned for that. Tell me what you would like to see. Tell me what you would like me to offer you guys. And yeah, I'd love to get that going because I think it'd be really fun. Julia says, in which video does he say that? I think you're talking about Alpha M. Literally type in movement versus Rolex, or movement better than Rolex, and his video will show up. I'm reading comments. Simon Rodding says, when are you going to bring back your second camera? Back on my BS in 2019. Yeah, maybe in 2019 I'll bring back the party cam. If you guys would like to see that, then I'll do it. Uh-oh. Milcom says, I'm 1979 also, bidding wartime. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna jack that price up. People are saying, wow, wow, West. Yeah, Milcom, Spencer, please respond. Please respond, Spencer. David says, thank you much. I know I have my work cut out for me. Yeah, man, if you want Instagram at The Simple Consultant, that's me. I get so many. I'm so behind on my messages because I'm getting so many lately. I will respond to each and every one of you. If you write to me, I'm going to try to help you out. I'll snoop around, try to find a 1979 bullhead. I might buy it myself, though, because I'd love to have a bullhead. But, yeah, I think 1979 would be awesome. I'm reading more comments, guys, by the way. Easy E, do you like Swatch? I know you've I don't think you've ever talked about them. Swatches were some of my first watches when I was little, like in the 90s. Fun, colorful watches. As far as like the System 51s and stuff, I'm not really into it. They're not bad watches. I'm just not like I'm very hesitant to say when I don't like I mean, I'm definitely not scared to say when I like something or dislike something. It's just that when I say it's not for me, it's there's a delineation here. It's not that I dislike them. There are watches I dislike. Swatches are fine. They're good watches. Just aesthetic wise, I'm not into them. People are saying t-shirts. Marissa says, yeah. DJ BR says, how do you know how much to wind manual wind watches? So how much wind do you wind? I have a little tip, guys. You got to be careful, especially with like your vintage hand wind watches. You do not want to wind the watch all the way until you feel a bunch of resistance. So here's what I do. Okay. When I wake up and I want to wear one of my hand wind watches, I'll wind it about 15 to 20 times, and I'll literally count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then, maybe that was the morning, maybe around like 2 o'clock. It's not a science here, guys, but midday, I might take the watch off because, again, guys, when you manually wind a watch, doesn't matter if you wear it. I'm a lefty, so I wear my watch on my right hand. check it out. When you wear a watch on your right hand, or I'm sorry, when you are right-handed and you wear a watch on your left hand, the crown on most watches will be facing outward, okay? When you manually wind a watch, you still do not want to wind it while it's on your wrist because it's still somewhat awkward, okay? You always, always, always take the watch off of your wrist when you wind it, okay? This does have a hand wind function, so I'm going to unthread the watch right now. Check it out. In the morning, when I put it on, I'll wind it. Not this one because it's automatic and it's on a winder, but if this was a hand wind only, okay, wind it 20 times, cool. Go about my business, get some work done, whatever, film an episode. Midday, I'll take the watch off, wind it a few more times, maybe count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Go about my business, do whatever I need to do. At night, let's say I'm going to dinner or whatever, wind it up a couple more times, maybe count to 10 again. All right, what you don't want to do, I'm threading up the crown again. What you don't want to do is to sit there and wind it all the way until you feel the resistance and it starts pushing against you. You don't want to do that, okay? Hope that answered your question. Again, it's not a fine science. Watch me go from 0 to 1 million subscribers. Says, congrats, bro. Love your videos. Well, dude, watch me go from 0 to 1 million subscribers. I'm just kidding. Who knows? That'd be awesome, though. But we did just hit 57,000. So it could happen, guys. Anything is possible. Joel D, says, oh boy, I wind my watch on my wrist all the time just because I like fiddling with the crown. Yeah, that's bad for your crown stem. So don't do it. Nick says, hi, Jory. Good afternoon. Any updates planned for the Time Away channel? Yes. I get questions about this on every live stream. 2019 is definitely going to be the year for Time Away. 2019 is like the content is going to blow up on that. I promise. I'm going to end the year like strong with Time Teller, and then we're going to start making more content with Connie and everything on Time Away channel. It's going to be a lot more fun in coming the new year. So Cowboy Swami super chat says, thinking of a hammy khaki for a beater. Thoughts? Yeah, dude, I've made a ton of episodes. I did a comparison between the Hamilton khaki field mechanical and the Hamilton khaki field automatic. And I said those were probably the best everyday watches. So if you want a little tough watch to putt around with, yeah, that would be, yeah, I think that's a great watch. Milcom, was the Digituna winner announced? Yes, it was on Instagram because that was an Instagram giveaway. And a person named Subi Frank won, and you can go to his Instagram, Subi_Frank. He has a bunch of pictures of it, and he's really enjoying it. Sean M, how often do you wear your field mechanical 38mm? I wore it yesterday, full day. Took a bunch of pictures on Instagram of it. Love that watch. Absolutely love it. DJ Jones 014 says, more Connie equals more subscribers guaranteed. Well, guys, stay tuned because she might just have an episode coming out on the Time Teller channel explaining to you guys what to get your girlfriends. Any female watch enthusiasts out there? Any male watch enthusiasts that want to get your girl a watch? Might want to listen to Connie coming up. Hans Longcamp, great kid. He asks, how many straps do you have in relation to your amount of watches? So how many straps to watches? It's a funny story. I don't know how prominent you guys are in on Instagram, but there's someone who's fairly active on Instagram. He goes by the name Watch PJK. Watch PJK. His name's Preston. I actually grew up with him in New Hampshire. We went to middle school and high school together. And he is like, we didn't know growing up that we were both getting into watches, but like we're adults now, and all of a sudden we're both really into watches. But he is a dude that before he even buys a watch, he'll look at a watch, he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this watch, and then he'll set up like 4 different straps he'll order for that watch. Like, he knows what straps he wants on that rotation. So funny. I think it's so quirky and cool. It's hilarious, and I think that's a good description of how different people do this watch collecting thing. So yeah, just so funny. Preston's the man. Again, I've known him for most of my life. We went to middle school, high school, everything together. But yeah, hilarious. So I'm not one of those dudes that orders a watch and then like has like a setup of like multiple straps for it already. Normally what happens is I'll buy a watch, I'll wear it with whatever the factory thing is for like a week, and while I'm wearing it for that first week, I'll be like, I could really see this on this type of strap or whatever, and I'll pick it up. So I don't have now, because of how many watches I have a ton of different straps, obviously. Usually multiple for each watch, but I'm not the type of person that orders a bunch of straps beforehand. Rescue says, I don't remember how long I've been subscribed, but the first video I ever saw was the one on how to egg patina. I went overboard, but I had a lot of fun. That was a really fun episode to make. He's referring to the Zelos Abyss 2 I had in my collection. It was a bronze watch, and I made an episode explaining how to force a patina or accelerate a patina on bronze and brass. And essentially what I did was, you take the watch, you put it in a Ziploc bag with one or two. I did 2 to make the kind of accentuate the process, exaggerate the process, accelerate the process, I should say. 2 hard-boiled eggs. You put that in a Ziploc bag, you leave it overnight, and you break up the hard-boiled eggs, okay? So the sulfur can escape, and it gets trapped in that Ziploc bag, and the sulfur will change the properties on the surface of the brass or bronze watch. It was a bronze watch specifically, and it gives it a little forced patina. That was a really fun episode to make. Briar Blue, certified T3 bot. Good day, all. What's going on, man? Haiku, bringing up the T3 shop. Yeah, dude, I have a bunch of. I got a lot of questions about like my sailcloth straps. I have them at the T3 shop, obviously the Time Teller shop. That sail, I forgot which company it is, but I have like 5 different colors of it at the T3 shop, and they're like $12 a pop in 4 different sizes, I think. Super durable. Love it. I have one on my SRP 641 baby tuna. Love it. Paul, oh, okay. I see what Haiku was saying. Love your videos. I was wondering where to get the Seiko SKX since I saw that video. Where can I get it? I really want that watch. Time Teller shop, dude. Get it at the Time Teller shop. Orlando, certified T3 bot says, I love your show. Well, Orlando, I love you. Let me see. Justin Hill, my man, 126 people right now watching. He says 31 likes. Smash that like button. Come on, guys, smash. Dude, seriously, we should be above 100 by now. Come on. Come on. Pierre says, hello from Lebanon. What's going on, dude? Greyhound. Thoughts on Zenith? Great company. Love it. El Primeros are awesome. Yeah, here's the deal. I hear a lot of people complaining about this, and I'm seeing it in the comment section here. A lot of the affordable GMT watches, first of all, are not automatic, unfortunately. That's number one. Number two, a lot of the like $1,000 and below GMT watches are big. They're like above 40 millimeters. So I've made an episode on a list of affordable GMT watches. You guys should check it out. The biggest complaint I got on that video was that they were bigger than 40 millimeters. And here's the deal, guys. My 16570, my Rolex Explorer 2, that is 40 millimeters. I got it specifically because the size, the dimensions are just perfect. But again, that's pretty penny. So Juice Man 977 Shalom. Liverpool checking in. Congrats on 57,000. Thank you, bro. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, you know what's a good one, which is a kinetic watch, which Ramiro brings up, the Suno 65. So instead of Starbucks 65, SUN 065. That's a kinetic patty GMT. So I think it's probably above 40 millimeters, but it's an affordable watch, durable watch with a GMT complication. Jan Ghazi says, how often should I service my SKX? Probably never. All right. Love my SKX. I've never had it serviced. The servicing fees probably going to cost more than the watch itself. So I wouldn't really recommend servicing that watch. Orlando, what do you think about rotary watches? I have zero experience with them. Absolutely zero experience. I get a lot of questions about them though, so I'll learn some more and I'll come back to you. Anthony, oh my God, finally made a live stream. Much love from Melbourne. What's going on, bro? Asa says, how do you define an individual to be a watch collector? I think it's up to them, kind of, right? Like, if you haven't, I know people make a distinction between watch collector and watch enthusiast. I don't think you need to own any watches to be an enthusiast, right? Like, I love cars. I love cars. Really into Formula One and like racing heritage with like Ferraris. I would consider myself an enthusiast. I don't own a Ferrari though. Now, am I a Ferrari collector? No, because I don't own any Ferraris. So I think you can definitely be an avid watch enthusiast without owning any watches. Maybe being a watch collector, you own a watch and you're looking to get another one. I don't think it's up to me to like, and again, when people, I made an episode about this also. I don't really like it when people send me pictures. If you send me pictures of your collection, that's awesome. Share that with me. Love it. What I don't like is when people send me pictures of their collection and they ask me to rate it. They're like, yo, what do you think? Rate my collection. Tell me. Like, what, blah, blah, blah. So I don't like doing that because you bought those watches because you like those watches. Has nothing to do with me or anyone else. So now what's fun is going over people's collections, and when they're like, what do you think I need? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You got a diver, you got a chronograph. Looks like you got a dress watch. Ooh, maybe get like a field watch. That's fun. Like game planning what to get next, maybe. But as far as like ranking your collection, that I don't like doing that because that's not my collection. You got the watches you like. So yeah. David R says, my turtle has started running consistently fast, plus 58 seconds a day. Is it worth bringing it in to be regulated? Turtle is much more expensive than an SKX. It's about double the price of an SKX. So you could bring that watch in to be regulated for sure. I think you could do that. But to get an SKX serviced, I wouldn't. Theo PF, do you plan on getting a Reverso? Absolutely. I will have a Reverso. I have a story about a Reverso. Do you guys want to hear my story about Reversos real quick before I wrap it up here? We've almost been on for an hour. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want to hear a story? My history with Reversos, with JLC Reversos. Peter from Bulgaria. I already told the time, bro, but right now it's 12:56 p.m. Pacific. Let's get down to business. All right, so tell me. Okay, people. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys the story. The story from Jory, says Steve. It's all good. Says I'd like to get some advice on how not to want so many watches. Yeah, dude. Could someone please give me that advice too? I'm the wrong dude. Okay. We're gonna wrap this. We're gonna wrap this little. We're gonna wrap this live stream up with this story. Now, I want you guys to well, Dean, okay, real quick. Dean says, I disagree with not servicing an SKX, especially since the dollar value of a watch can be exceeded with sentimental value of a purchase. Of course, Dean. If that watch means a ton to you, if it means something to you, then that's something that's a cost investment that you need to weigh yourself. Duh. Dean, when I answer these questions, I'm taking away like random variables. I'm giving you a very general answer. So, yeah, Dean, I agree with you. But come on. That's like saying, should I get rid of this watch? And then me being like, yeah, what's wrong with it? And they're like, oh, it's all broken and I dropped it in water and it won't run. And I'm like, okay, yeah, get rid of it. And then someone's like, oh, his freaking wife gave him that watch, T3. Come on. Okay, well, I don't have that information. So if all he did was ask me if he should service his SKX. I said no. Dean is assuming that it has some great sentimental value. So to re-answer that question, I don't think it's cost effective to service your SKX. However, if that is the most important watch in your life, then go for it. Okay, so real quick, I'm getting heated because I like to rag on Dean. He gives it back to me, so it's fair. But also because I'm thinking about this freaking Reverso story. Now Dean's getting in the comment section. Wait, real quick. James, Jory, Dean is sorry. No, I'm ragging on Dean. Dean's been a subscriber since the very like since the beginning of my channel. I've only been on for a little bit above a year, but he's been on since the beginning. I'm kidding around. Cowboy Swami, Cowboy, I need to tell this story. SKX equals Civic, Vacheron equals Rolls, Rolex equals Astron. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude. I love Rolex and I hate Astron. So, oh, Aston, like as in Aston Martin. I thought you were comparing it to the Seiko Astron. That changes everything. SKX equals Civic, Vacheron equals Rolls, Rolex, Aston. Michael, an Astron is a notorious Seiko line. It's a series that I absolutely hate, and I complain about it all the time here. See, that's another example of me being very critical of Seiko. In fact, I'm more critical of like the watch companies I love. I wouldn't consider an SKX a Civic. I would consider it something a bit more utilitarian, like maybe I don't know. I would say a Jeep because it's like there's a lot of like a ton of function to it, but I feel like a Hamilton khaki field watch is more like a Jeep. I don't know. James, Dean is the Astron of this thread now. Okay, real quick, guys, because you guys you guys want to hear about this. Okay, so someone asked if I would ever purchase a reverse hoe, and I have a little mini horror story. All right, I already did. I already have purchased a reverse hoe. Now, why don't I have it? Why haven't you ever seen it? Where is the reverse hoe? Well, purchased one over a year ago, probably 2 years ago, before I was the time teller here on YouTube. Probably 2 years ago, I purchased a JLC Reverso, dual time, duo, and purchased it from a website that starts with J. You guys should be very familiar with this website. It starts with J. And paid for it. Took my money immediately. Took my money. Okay. Got like a order confirmation. Didn't hear anything for a week. Didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. So I wrote to them. Didn't hear anything. 3 weeks. I give them a call. I'm like, yo, what the heck? It's like close to a month. Ordered this watch. Got an order confirmation. What's up? Super rude. Okay, super rude. They're like, oh, well, it's back ordered. It's back ordered. This is very common for them to say this. Okay, they say this to almost everyone I've spoken to about this certain seller. I'm like, okay, well, when can I expect it? They're like, oh, well, it's back ordered. You can expect it with 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. So that'd be 5 weeks. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. 2 weeks passes by. I hear nothing. I call them back again. They get super frustrated that like I'm on top of them. And I wasn't even that on top of them. I could have been way harsher. I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because I really wanted the freaking Reverso. Bottom line, they kept stringing me along. I waited 11 months for this watch because it was in kind of a drought for this specific reference number. So if they could acquire it for me, I was going to keep the watch. After 11 months, they could not allocate the watch. All right. They had my money the whole time. All right. For 11 months, they had thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of mine for 11 months. On the 11th month, I was like, nope, boom, gone. I took, I said, give me back my money. This is BS. And so, yeah, I have my money back, but I don't have a reverso. Now I'm sad. See, it was fun when I was ragging on Dean, dude. But now, like that was fun, and like, but now I'm sad. So, yeah. So here's my recommendation. People are saying, yeah, I've had this happen. I've had this happen. Blah blah blah. Here's the deal. So if you're going with that company and they tell you it's back ordered, they will tell everyone it's back ordered. Don't stand for it, okay? Because here's the thing: they will tell you that they need to talk to their warehouse. They need to talk to their warehouse. They don't, in all likelihood, they do not have a warehouse. Okay, what they are doing, the reason this company, thou that shall not be named, the reason they can list very low prices is because what they do is they sell the watches before they themselves have it. So they sell the watches to you, they get your money. Then what they do is they try to allocate that watch on the dealer market because they can get it for cheaper than, the retail market can, obviously. And they presumably have relationships within the watch world. So, Spencer L., who was the seller or it did not happen? It starts with a J, and you can read the comment section. Dean says, I bought all the he created that drought for a little while, dude. That was Dean. So what I'm trying to say is, in all likelihood, they do not have their own inventory. In all likelihood, they are pre-selling the watches, taking your money, allocating it on the dealer market, and then selling it to you. The thing that is kind of messed up is that even when they have your money, it seems like they're not super excited to go find these watches. So, and yeah, so that's my story. I've actually purchased a Reverso technically in the past. Never owned one though. So yeah, what do you think of that, guys? Bummer. You guys are making me relive terrible moments in my life. Daniel says you would not have the story if you didn't experience this. That's true. It's always a positive, I suppose. Story Goodman, the sad teller. Brian says, I guess they reversoed out of commitment. I was the one that reversoed out of commitment, I suppose, because I was the one that backed out. I was like, you know what? Give me my money back. Theo says, sorry, Jory, my fault. Dean says, watch purchasing PTSD. Story Goodman. Michael Romero says, I bought a Ferrari, but I got my money back. They were on back order. The humor in that statement and the sarcasm is not lost on me. I don't know if you're trying to make fun of me, but here's the deal. Had nothing to do with them being on back order. Had to do with the lack of transparency and how whenever I would try to touch base with them, they were not too happy to give me updates. So that's really the terrible part. Reading more comments, guys. Yeah, guys, so that was a fun story. Car 57 says, I had a date with Keira Knightley, but have been waiting 11 months for her to show up. Should I keep waiting? Hope you didn't pay anybody for this meetup. Hans says, Hans says, what will be the happy ending to the stream? Happy ending is that I broke past 57,000 subscribers. So, I mean, honestly, who cares? I didn't get the reverso. The happy ending will honestly be that, I mean, I'll have a reverso in the future. So, perfectly content with that. But yeah, guys, figured that's, figure it'd be worthwhile sharing my experience with you guys. So, but yeah, very, very happy. 57,000 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you guys. We're just past an hour here on the live stream. So, yeah, started off talking about the Alpinist versus the Rolex. We got some insight on that. And then we finished it up with a sad, sad story of time teller past. But yep, even I make mistakes. My mistake was freaking doing business with a company that I shouldn't have probably. But again, I didn't get really burned because, like, again, it ended fine, got my money. I didn't get like screwed in any way. It was just kind of a bummer to be strung along like that. So, and yeah, we're finishing strong with Dean. Dean, do you want to finish this one up if you're still here? Want to wrap up the episode here, bud? Let's see if he finishes it up in the comment section. Waiting on you, Dean. I'll give you a minute. Dean needs to finish up this episode here. Everyone summon Dean. Dean, please respond. Open mic for Dean. Dean probably left. He was like, man, this sucks. Oh, Rob says Dean is checking with the warehouse. Okay, Dean. Okay. Well, Dean, that was kind of anticlimactic. Dean said, good day, everyone. All right, guys. Well, you heard it here. Good day, everyone. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little live stream. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Thank you for 57,000 subscribers. Here's to 57,000 more. I love each and every one of you. I will see you on the next episode. All right, guys. Have a good one.